Good morning, good morning, good morning, Internet surfs. Okay, we are live. This is the Veritasian Embassy report for Sunday, June 2014. Basically, I haven't been on in a while because I only believe in making these updates when I have something to report to you. If anybody has been following these broadcasts, and I have reason to assume that some people somewhere are definitely following these broadcasts because of the substance of the update that I want to bring to you today. But anyway, if anybody has been following these podcasts, my fixed income has now dropped to zero. At first, I was given I was forgiven for a right around a $3,000 SSI overpayment. Now they're cutting the $135 they used to give me in half because they're collecting on the overpayment that, legally I made a mistake and admitted that I owed it. Okay, so basically what I'm saying is that as an income stream, SSI is dead. I've always known that day was coming, but I'm in a rather exasperating position right now because I'm entirely between income streams. The good news is that I've been in private negotiations with an old friend of mine who has just come back into a situation where they're communicating with me. I'm going to leave those communications entirely private because I don't want to set up false expectations, but it's very encouraging to me because this person is already a member of Veritage's inner circle, so to speak. Okay. I've had to learn to draw a kind of line in the sand between Veritasian and Power Network. Okay. Veritasian Ministries built on the idea that I eventually want to design a role-playing game-based platform for adults to be able to participate with. You won't necessarily need to be a Christian in order to participate with this platform, but of course helps. Okay, I am Francis X. Carmody, aka being the second of Veritasia. And so anyway, my Empower team, which is going to be probably the next team that I build, my Empower team, which is going to help fill out the Mages Guild and finance the whole project, will be called the Veritasian Marketing Group. Okay, that's just the Empower Network team, which will be the first team build. And hopefully, if I build the relationship between the game system and the business model correctly, and this is the big part, this is the big challenge right now. Hopefully, if I build the relationship between the Empower team and what I'm learning about marketing and the business model for the development of the game correctly, then basically I'll be able to take our take our services to marketers in general, whether they are necessarily a part of Empower Network or not. Now, I believe that Empower Network is some of the best generic marketing information available out there. So, and like I said, when I started this process, I told you that basically what you're seeing here is 100% real. It's tracked in real time as soon as information actually develops. So I've just been back in and gotten some encouragement from the first session of Empower's Costa Rica Intensive, which is basically the only thing I can take advantage of just now, because I'm in an unusual position. My legal position with Empower Network is that I'm one of their customers. I'm not even one of their affiliates right now because I'm not able to maintain that. There are steps being taken that over the next 30, 60, maybe 90 days will change that. And the interesting thing, as I went in and investigated in my Empower Network back office, okay, what is interesting about being attached to Empower Network is that even though I've let them go, so to speak, they have not let me go, because I've noticed the development of a total of now 72 pages worth of email addresses that, frankly, I don't even know how these leads are being generated, because I'm not doing nothing. Okay, I'm not doing nothing, folks. At one point I had autoresponders set up to cooperate with the account, and frankly, I'm not doing that. I don't understand why these leads are in my particular back office. My understanding is that, like, once I actually restore my account from being in lockdown and get into the actual membership, which, quite frankly, it's going to take about $9,000-$10,000 to do that. Yes, I am going to go according to the best Empower Network doctrine at this point, which is to gather up, by whatever means necessary. I'm going to gather up the $9,000 or $10,000 that it takes to go all in at full price and just take things from there. I've made that estimate based on the minimum of just using the Empower Network system itself, okay, to activate all of the autoresponders, the monthly membership, the inner circle membership, everything. When I'm all in, I'm all in. Okay. When I'm all in, I'm all in. I am all in. What's interesting is that, Empower Network has the potential to develop, basically they can develop as many products as they want. Okay. They can develop as many new products as they want. They can develop as many new proposals as they want. They're now setting up within the next 10 days. They're setting up. Hello, Princess. They're setting up a major national class event in Charlotte. So whatever I'm doing here, okay, remember that I'm doing my job. I would rather see you get in. If you've seen this presentation and you like anything that you see, I would rather see you get in under somebody else than have to worry about what I'm doing. Okay, right now I would be a very bad sponsor because I don't have the I don't have the affiliate standing to be a sponsor for Empower Network. So what does that do? Makes this an unsolicited testimonial. I was just flabbergasted by finding out that I have 72 pages worth of email addresses as leads in my back office that I need to follow up with. Okay, and apparently that's going to continue to expand. Now, the thing is, I have like 12 subscribers to this channel, which potentially means I have, only 12 people who are willing to admit that they've seen any of my material. Okay, but what happened, the last time somebody tried to build a 12-person downline of any significance, okay, what was my Lord and Master Jesus Christ, and he turned the world upside down. Okay, that's why I'm a minister today. So anyway, call to action today. Oh yes, this is Precious. Okay, this is our royal mascot, Precious. She's also a princess, and she lets you know it at every opportunity.
She's precious.
Yes. And then there's my princess who just woke up. Okay. So yeah, you're seeing this in real time. This is, we converted one bedroom of my apartment into my office, and she's going into the freezer in my back office here to see. Oh, you're looking for that hamburger for that taco pie, aren't you?
Yep.
Okay. All right, Precious. We'll let you down. You've made your camera appearance for today. But anyway, you'll notice that I'm not even in a regular t-shirt. I probably shouldn't use just a white t-shirt to appear on camera in, but I was so excited, and I don't believe in scripting any of this material. Okay, I don't believe in scripting any of this material because I want to help you understand when you're building a relationship with me, a relationship to a real person. Okay. And basically, it's not the numbers. It's not even necessarily what's available in the training for Empower Network is going to help us succeed in this business. Okay, the training is wonderful. Training is wonderful, but at the end of the day, it's all about what you do with it. Okay, and for me, I know that I need to get back to these video blogs as a daily, weekly thing. And frankly, I wish I had news to report daily on the state of the kingdom, but I don't. I basically had one personal friend get back into personal exchanges with me, and that's been very encouraging. We have another person who is potentially looking to join our household within like the next 30, 60 days. And one of the two major projects that he's going to help me complete is to go after that original, $10 or $20,000 to really get the Empower business moving on autopilot. Okay. And I'm not saying that I don't have challenges once all that is done, but what I am 100% I am 100% committed to, okay, and 100% commissionable for eventually, is that I will indeed be going all in at the first opportunities for Power Network is concerned. I've heard a lot of criticism about, well, this is, this is all just hype. They don't really have a program. Okay, they don't really have training that is accessible to the masses. Well, yes and no. Okay, yes and no. All right. As far as $100 a month being, available, as far as, well, that's just hype calls from leadership who are advising you over and over again to go all in because of their testimonials and so forth. Okay. See, there's a problem with that. All right. I can float around at the $25 a month level and blog about whatever I please for as long as I please. Okay. But the question is, before moving on to lesson 2, so to speak, and see, here is where there's kind of a line in the sand, because there's the publicity for the lessons. For example, you get hold of the 8 core steps as part of your original affiliate agreement at your $25 a month level. Okay. Well, the thing is, if you're not actively going to do something with lesson 2, which basically what they're trying to do is they're not only trying to encourage you to go all in as quickly as possible, and they've taken to do that, which from my perspective are just brilliant. Okay, even though I find myself on the wrong that particular time window. Okay, and I mean, as practical illustration, it's wonderful, because it's basically, well, take action now quickly and potentially get noticed by your leaders. They change the pay plan around so that basically they're now working from past being 135 in every fifth instead of 247 in every fifth, which I have to agree with that decision, not just because it's been made by the leadership, okay, but because it makes sense to me in terms of teaching commitment in terms of teaching that there is work that you have to do to get this done. Okay? The 72, 76 pages, whatever it is, of email leads, they have been piling up, okay, because my old blog is still up there for people to find. All right? My old blog is still up there for people to find. Now, I'm not actively driving traffic into it, but it's still up there. And I'm going to leave every single bit of it up there, and I'm going to keep working with the, with the blogger blog that I have on the side of that, because it actually documents a lot about the, the I've had before I came into money. Okay. Before I came into money. See, I have to work at maintaining my own life before I can even afford to devote any attention to the business. But am I devoting attention to the business today? Yes. Do not make the mistake of thinking that because I'm not an affiliate that I'm not in and with the Empower Network business. That would be a massive mistake. All right. I am taking massive action. I have not quit. Yes, I will come to the attention of the leadership when it is time for me to do that. And when it is time for me to do that, there's a specific set of steps that I have set myself that have to happen in a certain way before I can claim to be the eldest magician of Veritasian. Okay. My old friend is helping me to get back into the groove of, experimenting with media and souls and getting back into posting and so on and so forth. Okay. But, for one thing that I've learned very, very quickly is that, money versus privacy is a huge, huge, huge trade-off here on the internet. Okay, that's all I can tell you for now. The rest of my YouTube videos are still up here. Okay, and thankfully, there's been a process of time. My YouTube account is back in good standing. My Google account is back in good standing. And you'll notice that I'm using a Hangout rather than a standard YouTube video posting right now. Okay. So, because I have proofs, because I have certain social proofs out here, I've been out here for, whether you consider it 1 year, 2 years, 10 years, that I've been out here in the trenches doing these pieces, okay, letting people know who I am, okay, talking into a mirror before I even get the hang of anybody's actually here. Am I being sufficiently interesting? Am I being sufficiently entertaining? Okay. Because I have certain proofs for certain things that have already been established, there is a constant process that goes on as far as gathering these proofs and bits and pieces into, all one transparent online profile. Okay. I'm in that process daily. So anyway, what Empower Network has been around for something like 18 to 24 months. I'm not even going to try to quote the numbers. They have access to all the numbers. Okay. But I really approve of the steps that have been taken to improve the whole Empower Network experience. But
Give me your gray pen.
Yeah, let's just get back to the idea that, for example, $100 a month membership is, it is all hype and no training material. Okay. Well, the problem with that is that there comes a certain point where anybody is going to get frustrated at the beginning of their learning curve. Anybody is going to get frustrated by thinking, well, I'm blogging and blogging and blogging, and I haven't made a single sale yet. Okay. What if the entire function of the, what if the entire function of the $100 a month subscription membership is simply to get people used to the fact that, well, it's time to scale up and say, well, if you're not willing to spend another $100 a month in this business, then frankly you don't belong in the business.
There you go.
Okay? That is the primary lesson that anybody takes from, excuse me, I don't want to get my water in the way of my camera here. That is the primary lesson that anybody takes from that. Not right now, love.
Okay.
Thank you.
Now, catch with that.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, my vision, if you like, my vision is even bigger than Empower Network, because I'm not really interested in marketing qua marketing. Okay. I'm not interested in building, quote unquote, my personal kingdom, my personal net worth. Yeah, that's going to go up along with my influence. That's going to go up along with my influence. And basically, right now, this is the really interesting, challenging part of things, because right now, I know practically no one. My own personal inner circle is very, very small. Okay, so the whole, friends and family thing that most people are taught for most MLM situations, that would not even work for me, because I'm not usually able to get, well, it takes an extraordinary amount of extra support for me to even, for example, get out and about in the community. Okay, cerebral palsy and diabetes will do that. All right, cerebral palsy and diabetes will do that. What I am able to do with these hangouts, okay, is become as emotionally transparent as possible. I want you to understand who Fox Carmody is, who the Reverend Fox Carmody is. Just a regular guy sitting here in Minnesota with an ambition to preach the gospel. Okay, so let me emphasize it again. Empower Network is one of the things I do for money. One of the things I do. Okay, one of the things I do for money. About to become one of the first things that I legitimately do for money. But I have I have book projects percolating. Um, I've made mistakes that have opened me up to all kinds of um, interesting emails from people who are basically trying to process me on autopilot. And frankly, I've gotten to the point where prospecting autopilot does not work because either I'm going to make the decision or I'm not. Okay, so there's a constant process of I actively try to unsubscribe from as many people as possible who are not providing me with, with real trackable information. Okay. On the other hand, there's sources like W&D, so on and so forth, that um, basically I stay on their list because I want to track with the the right wing conspiracy nut weirdos. All right, and I'm not saying that facetiously so much as I are one of those. So you want to watch that, okay? You want to watch that, but the okay. Anyway, what I was saying about the Empower Network and the $100 a month subscription membership, okay, is that frankly, basically they're still teaching you that you're not going to make any money just by putting your toes in the water and putting together a $25 a month blog. Okay. Now the exception to that is if you have a large list of quote unquote friends and family. Okay, if you have a large list of friends and family and you want to try pounding that out, okay, and practice making the prospecting emails and so on and so forth, okay, then you're free to blog about anything you like. Once you get to something like the 15K formula, which I'm saying this without even having seen the content in the 15K formula. Okay, 15K formula is my next target. But once you get to something in the 15K formula, then they start teaching you things. You need to take the blog in certain very specific directions in order to make your close. Okay. But right now, like I said, I'm not really interested in, whether you believe in me or not, whether you believe in our network or not, whatever. I'm interested in putting out there what I can put out there as transparently as possible so that people can begin to feel like they know me. Okay. And again, a lot of people know me as having been in this for years and years. So a lot of people, mistake that for the idea that I'm, quote unquote, a victim of the system. All right. I've long since abandoned that mindset. The challenge is getting the financial picture congruent with the fact that I've long since abandoned that mindset. All right. That this part of the business, this whole daily video blogging thing, Okay, that has become natural to me to the point where if I have new information to impart, boom, I'm going to be on it. I'm going to be on it. I have 90 some videos up already. I have 90 some videos up already. So it doesn't really matter how much you absorb of, whether you think I know what I'm talking about. What matters is this is another resource that I'm going to be able to draw referrals into. Okay. And so anyway, the function of the $100 a month membership is basically they want to challenge you not so much to get quote unquote benefits from their side of the company. Okay, they want to challenge you to to step up the game in terms of reinvesting what you propose to make. Okay, what you propose to make. The thing is, if you're going to, like my old friend Brian Mize, if you're going to sit there and first of all, not be committed to blogging every day. Not being committed to blogging about whatever every day. And then, expect to make money, or close sales off a $25 a month blog. No, people, it's not going to happen. And it's not because the system doesn't work. Okay, it's not because Empower Network doesn't work. They've got, they've got, I forget, but it's at least tens of millions of dollars, if not hundreds of millions of dollars, speaking to their credibility. Okay, so something is working. At least for the people at the top, it's working. Okay, they're laying claim to having created about 13 millionaires in the last 2 years of having the company established. Okay, and I firmly believe in the founder's vision of, if he wants to step it up and create 100 millionaires a month, say, yeah, more power to you, David. More power to you, David. And the thing is, yeah, time marches on. So if you're seeing this before this so-called Charlotte event and you're either part of Empower Network or you're considering getting Empower Network, go ahead and take advantage of the all-in discount. Go ahead and get your tickets to Charlotte if they're still available. Okay, I have no idea if they're still available. I am not going to let myself panic over the fact that I'm just not in a position to do that. Okay, I have a lot of things to learn as a Padawan before I can even get there. I have a lot of things to learn as an apprentice before I can even. So, so the basic thing is my job. All right, I'm still connected to resources like, myphoneroom.com, where the only thing that I have is I have constantly their emails from their autoresponders are coming to me, encouraging me to up the game and refer out some of my leads to them. Yeah, would I like to have professional closers? Of course I'd like to have professional closers. So the thing is, I'm not going to take that particular autoresponder down because it's useful to have it there bugging me. Okay, it's useful to have it there bugging me. There's another guy, selling um, a multifamily real estate, apartments, condominiums course. Okay, and no, I'm not ready for that yet. Okay, well, I wanted to replace some of the material from my older mentors. I won't mention his name here. But he has changed direction to go, more explicitly into Christian ministry, and as a result, the mentoring project that used to sell for hundreds of dollars, he sold out of them, and apparently his priorities have changed to the point that I'm not even sure if he's really interested in quote unquote making more money anymore. That's interesting because he's already a multimillionaire. But anyway, calling into ministry where his ministry priorities have literally become more valuable than silver and gold. Okay, well, Veritasian Ministries has has a very specific mandate. I eventually want to design my own adult RPG. I eventually want to use that as a vehicle for for replacing some of the quote lost family values between adults and helping adults get into and beyond recovery. Go from surviving to thriving. If you become part of the Veritasia royal family, you will discover that I'm really interested in helping people move beyond survival to, beyond the point where the devil's kicking you in the teeth. Okay, and you're having to meditate and spend time and effort on, look at how terrible my past was, et cetera, et cetera. Yeah, that's all part of the tapestry. That's all part of the wonderful story that God is building for each of us. Okay, but I've discovered that I want to get, beyond that survival level into thriving. Okay, where I want to complete some of the mentoring processes that I've started with certain individuals. So having my former student come back to me within the last couple of days has just been wonderful. It's helped me get back into patterns that I should be, using on a daily basis, adding content to this YouTube channel is part of that. Anyway, so that is the update. I really don't have any more information for you, except that, like I said, I'm recommending Empower Network to anybody who wants to get in. It really does not occur to me at this point. See, God is going to find my people for me with or without you. Okay, God is going to find my people for me to help me accomplish, what He's put on the map for me to accomplish with or without you. Okay, you'll find David talking that way about the Charlotte event. Basically, he's being very, I don't want to say frantic, but he's trying to develop a whole a whole new inner circle group around getting to this Charlotte event, et cetera, et cetera. Okay. But yeah, what God has on the map for me to do, I'm going to do with or without you. And this is basically a a general update to show you where my mindset is, even though none of the money has followed yet. So, I'm not sure of being interesting because part of the whole part of the whole marketing spiel, part of the skill behind marketing is I'm supposed to make it look easy. I'm supposed to make it look like it really isn't work. And I've gotten to the point where talking to a video camera has become easy for me. 90 or so videos long. So basically, contact me at aslanzwho@msn.com. That's ASLANZWHO@msn.com. Yes, it's my video, so I can leave my personal information in the video. I can't do a bloody thing about it. Okay. Well, goodbye for now, internet service, and I hope to get back in touch with you. Again soon. For today, I have a lot of information to gather up. I have Bible studies that I need to start again, and I definitely need to start my own Bible study as a process again before I'm willing to do any more sermons either on here or on Spreecast. But anyway, this is the update. Hello, Mother. I know I didn't answer you this morning. So anyway, this is the update for June 15th, 2014. Peace.